No! You motherfucker, bro. Enjoying my reactions, but you don't feel like waiting a week for the next upload? That's cool, because I got you covered. Chances are, by the time you watch this show on YouTube, I'll already have the full seasons available over on Patreon in their complete unedited glory. All you gotta do is become a tier 2 patron. And if you just so happen to be a viewer who wants to request things from me, such as movies and shows, then you can take your loyalty even further by becoming a tier 3 patron. The ball is in your court, and I'm completely at your service. So take advantage of these opportunities now. Boom! Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, here with me, myself, and I on the ones and twos, and this is We Ain't Seen the Reactions, the place where I react to everything I ain't never seen. And if you read by the title, you know it's time to dive back into the 90s with some more X-Men 97 reactions. Yes, the last time we left off, man, we had a 2-part episode. It was an episode that was split right down the middle. One consisting of Jubilee, and the other half consisting with Storm. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you guys, although I enjoyed the first half, I wasn't that big of a fan of it because I was eager to see what was gonna happen with Storm, you know. But I do like that we saw Jubilee, a character who doesn't necessarily get a lot of screen time, especially when it comes to action. It was nice to see her essentially come of age and showcase her true abilities by way of a future variant of herself. I wasn't necessarily familiar with that character because I haven't read that particular comic book, but you know, I think that's one of the beauties of this show. The showrunners do an excellent job of taking things from all the different lore of the X-Men and cross-pollinating it into the 97 version of the show. So it was nice to see Jubilee showcase her true potential in that area, and also harken back to some awesome retro 90s video games because, like I said, X-Men, they make up a large chunk of that arcade market, and particularly when it comes to side-scroller beat-em-ups and fighting games. So yeah. But the story that I was mostly interested in was Storm because I wanted to know what was going to happen to her in regards to her abilities, because if you guys remember, she lost her mutant powers by way of the Executioner's neutralizer gun. And I was under the impression that they were kind of try to change certain things up, which they ultimately do, because we already know in the comics, it wasn't necessarily the Executioner who created the mutant neutralizer gun. It was actually Forge that made it, and it was Henry Gyrick that delivered that crucial blast to Storm, you know, after Storm tried to save Rogue, who was the initial target. You know, but this time around, you know, it's reverse engineered from the inhibitor collar, and the last time I checked, it wasn't necessarily Forge that invented the inhibitor collar, but I do like how they were able to do a course correction and say that yes, Forge was the one who came up with the original schematics of the inhibitor collar, and you know, he kind of pushed it to the side, but the government was able to get a hold of those schematics and give it to somebody else to create it. So yeah, I like how that was kind of nicely tied into a bow. I just wish we could have saw Forge's true mansion that we saw in the comic books, man. I thought that was very baller. Fun fact, I think we kind of forget too, like when it comes to Storm, we say the last time we saw her in 97, but in actuality, the last time we saw her was in 98 in the animated Spider-Man cartoon from the 90s. So it was awesome, you know, getting a chance to witness her take part in an event that required a character who had these super excellent powers and that Spider-Man said could match that of the Beyonder. I don't think she's that extremely powerful, but I think she could possibly get to that level. But yeah, we kind of forget that, you know, she actually was last seen in 1998, back when the animated Spider-Man cartoon was airing over in the 90s on Fox. So it's going to be cool seeing her adventure continue in this series. I try my best to avoid this thing like the plague too, because when it comes to X-Men 97, it's just one of those things that's always being talked about. It's going to light the blogosphere into a blaze when they show certain things that just wow us and blow our minds. So yeah, I have been avoiding every corner of the internet, you know, particularly YouTube and Twitter, which this thing tends to trend on. So yeah. But without further ado, man, let's go ahead and jump into this. This is going to be episode 5, titled Remember It. Here we go. Rogue, Beast, can't forget about Gambit and Jubilee. Oh, man, that looks sick. Okay, so they are going to be showing Cable up in this episode. We keep seeing that shot with the Phoenix though. Storm beating. Oh my god, that looks badass.
Some say they're freaks, some call them monsters, but all over the planet they are known as
mutants.
We prefer to see it as a world that misunderstands us.
Hey.
Fortunately, helping us build those bridges is a journalist as esteemed as yourself.
Well,
Tell
I
him,
am
hey.
just as flattered to be sitting with a renowned scientist such as yourself, Dr. McCoy.
Blue blushes too, my dear.
Right?
Here in Westchester County,
You're gonna make me turn
sits
purple.
An unassuming English estate, the X-Men's home, founded by the late Professor Charles Xavier.
X Factor.
Not like regular boring classes. More hands-on learning, you know? But with big death machines and vampire dinosaurs.
Gambit, please remember that should the new Blackbird suffer a malfunction, you are the only soul on board for whom gravity would most certainly be an issue.
Can it, you roosters?
Shade.
Ahead.
I can use my cards, nigga.
They be busy doing a bit of renovating since Gambit's last visit.
Okay, so everything still looks about the same. It's like no more mutant slave trafficking this time. Oh shit, we got some classic mutants over here. I remember some of these guys. You got Leech, you got this fairy girl. Damn. You got a dump on him, don't he? It's almost like Coming to America or something, man. Okay, there's Val and Jean.
My friends. Well, would you look at you, girl. A lot of smiles at the mansion when we heard Madeline Pryor scored a top spot among Genosha's
Oh,
friends.
okay.
The interim council wanted an X-Man. Luckily, you guys could spare a Jean.
Two always better than one, and far better than three. Most times.
Forgive Gambit's passive adolescence. He insisted on coming after Rogue agreed to join me at the gala. I confess, the Master of Magnetism was surprised to receive an invite bearing the United Nations seal.
Yeah, I hear it's called The Future.
Exactly.
Magneto, the interim council would love a word with you before tonight's gala.
So where the heck does that leave us?
Yeah, this is... Oh, my nigga.
I'll be a wet bird on
Kurt
a
Wagner.
wire. Kurt Wagner, how the heck are you, furball?
Meine Freunde! We shall play tourist as the council speaks with Magneto.
Kurt joined the council to help work with Genosha's various communities of faith.
Alright, bro, chill. You stinking up the place.
See, such wonders in this city.
Long as he left those faithful killer monks of his back at the monastery.
Please. Those guys don't practice what they preach.
Gambit, you remain as always. We have much to discuss since our gothic adventure amid the Alps. Come!
I love seeing him, man. It was always a treat seeing him in the original show. Yeah, who that else with them cornrows? Them struggle cornrows.
Like you said it'd be.
Who? The professor?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Lord.
Always used to say we'd have a place all our own one day.
More than a place. A home.
That is charging pretty high rent.
First in a nation overnight is not without its share of stumbles.
Ignore him. So I can't help but ruin honey.
Or maybe Gambit's willing to ask questions no one else will. Like, why is Magneto suddenly mutant MVP?
Something tells me that this is going to become like a major conflict between Remy and my boy Eric. It's like Eric has been throwing a lot of shade at Gambit, man, and you can tell that there's tension there. It's like, obviously, these guys are fighting over the love of Rogue, which is going to be one of those catch-22 situations because on one hand, you have a guy that's been trying to get in close with her, but he simply can't due to her power stopping him from, touching her. But on the other hand, you have Magneto, who is an experienced mutant, and he just so has the luxury of touching Rogue by way of his electromagnetism. So, I don't know how this is going to go. Magneto, he has been strutting his stuff and leading the X-Men in his full capacity, and you can tell that Gambit, he's gonna probably do something and he's gonna let them know, hey, this is my girl, I saw her first, she chose me. You kind of butted your way into this shit. So yeah, let's see what they talking about. Montana. Oh shit, multiple men up in this bitch. Let's get it. So everybody then showed up. I forgot these guys. Oh shit, Dazzler. Hell yeah. This is so cool.
Your poker face is very poor.
Hey, mind your beeswax, Furlong. Didn't go ringing for no priest.
It does not take a priest to see you invoke souls. Touch in every gaze. Just marry Isabel and be done.
You got to kiss, dear
Now,
girl.
like me, we don't get no white picket reward. We too busy for love.
What is it?
There is no love without sin. Love is best measured in what we forgive.
Alright, man. You want to clap them cheeks.
I'm here with Scott Summers,
Non-existent
also known
cheeks.
as Cyclops. Scott, are you surprised to see such a bold move in world politics?
Well, if being an X-Man teaches anything, Miss Tilby, it's to expect the unexpected. I always kept that in mind as field leader.
Hey, those shades are winning at the lights. Can you take
Oh
them off?
lord.
I can't.
I can't really do that.
So, back as team leader.
Actually, let's talk about you and Marvel Girl. I hear you're the X-Men.
Oh, I like that.
couple. A love that spans galaxies. So I have to ask, when did you know she was the one?
She just chilling down there.
You're skipping the questions, Jew.
Hard to interview someone who can't tell which parts of her memories belong to her and which parts belong to her clone.
Wow.
Even reacquainting myself with my psychic powers feels strange. Like the face of an old friend seen from every angle but the one in your memory.
This busted mug ain't changed in 100 years, and you know it.
I remember
It ain't broke, don't fix it.
So many with Scott.
The two lovebirds still ain't talking.
He's grieving his son. Although the way he's avoiding me recalls a time. We were in Nevada. I had just acquired the power of a cosmic entity.
The Phoenix.
Oh, right. I wanted to reassure him.
I wanted to show her that nothing had changed. She was still the hothead who knocked my books out of my hand when I ran into her on the first day of school.
But I could already feel the universe speaking to me, much like Scott used to, through our special psychic rapport.
She snaps at me, and then she takes off my ruby glasses, which hold back my powers.
I needed to anchor myself because every fiber of me hungered to leave and travel the cosmos right then. His eyes made me stay.
That is so dope.
Now,
I know all about drowning in memories. Best to look up and keep paddling. Keep moving, because the past will yank you under if you don't.
you forget how many sunrises your eyes have seen.
You still feeling some type of... Oh shit! Let's go! Let's fucking go. Why you playing games though?
You're Jean Grey. He's Scott Summers. Those are the rules. You just forgot him for a second.
Shit, making up for lost time?
Now go talk to that overgrown Boy Scout.
Come on, man. The hairy guy needs love
The
too.
latest adventure, Parenthood.
Jean and I don't have any kids.
You don't?
No.
Wow.
Strange. I
Could have
saw
sworn she was
records
pregnant.
for one Nathan Charles Summers, born to Scott and Jean Grey Summers just last month.
It's
Born
complicated.
at Westchester Memorial. I spoke to a Dr. Bryans there. He said you told your teammate told Rogue.
That jerk wouldn't deliver my...
Right?
He called my kid a freak.
Scott, I came here today to give the X-Men a chance to show the world that mutants are just like us. People. Normal. And you lie. Why lie?
I knew this was going to have some crazy, complicated ramifications. It's easier said than done to explain the things that have transpired, but now we're trying to show how normal we are, but our family dynamic is crazy. Like I said, Cyclops has already been dealing with a lot of crazy family dynamics because he has a dad that neglected him. He's out somewhere in the cosmos trying to avoid the Shi'ar like the plague. He has a brother that's a part of another team and he's not even aware of. You know, the guy just goes through a lot of shit. It also doesn't help the fact that he could be controlling his powers if he didn't hit his head across a fucking rock when he landed from a fucking plane. So, yeah, I had a nagging suspicion that they were going to question some of these things that have transpired. And as we can see, Jean, she's been trying to collect all of her thoughts together, and even remnants of the thoughts that Madeline had stored up in her mind. But everything has kind of had this weird rift. You know, it's going to take a while before the team completely gets back together on one accord. Let's jump back into this.
Because you're normal.
Excuse me.
I said because you're normal. You're ungrateful.
Please don't cause a scene on TV,
risk our
bro.
lives for you. Evil mutants, robots, crazy aliens. I gave him up. I gave him up because you can't say thank you. Because I have to stomach your questions and prove that I'm a person.
Bruh.
I lie because the truth is we're nothing like you. Thank God, because it's the only reason you people are still alive.
Man. I can't blame the guy, though. He's going through so much.
These events have aligned themselves in an unprecedented fashion.
Oh, shit. Sebastian Shaw?
With even the
Hellfire
most
Club?
overlooked of us finally getting a voice.
Callisto?
We need to be thinking about how to speak loudly.
Banshee?
As one united community.
No, you don't need to speak loudly, sir.
Me and my xmen. How?
We need a handsome jawline that begs trust and respect.
Is that Emma Frost?
Poster child king.
You eclectic allotment of social climbers wish for me to rule Genosha. Are there no others better tempered to stomach the squabble of human diplomacy?
Aye, but Charles be gone, Magneto. And I may not like it. But if Charles trusts you with his X-Men, he trusts you with this.
We were at a bar in Germany when he first mentioned his dream. I laughed at him. Was he sentimental or suicidal?
Just a little bit crazy.
In an early grave. We thought we'd perish before seeing the day when humanity accepted our people. Like Moses in the Promised Land. We would carry the dream, but never live it.
Look, Magnus. I may not be Jean Grey, but I know what the professor would say if he was here. Time to dream bigger.
That's right, man. It's time to move
shall
forward.
Have me. On one condition.
What's that?
I ought to
I
knock
get
you
rogue.
here to the North Pole. You think making me your queen means we're getting back together?
Oh, yes.
It is a political calculation, Rogue. Me, mutant kind's fiercest defender, and you, an X-Man whose touch allows her to feel anyone's pain.
I ain't gonna lie to you, it's like, as much time as they've been spending in the danger room, somebody might want to get a black light and see if there's any kind of remnants of stuff left around that place.
Was this your plan all along?
What?
Make everyone like you, and then take over?
This was Xavier's design. It is why he gave me his X-Men, a final chance to uphold the promise we made to one another so long ago. But I need help.
You take me for a fool, acting like this is all about you and the professor.
I won't deny my passion for you. As with Gambit, loving you makes broken men whole, so that even as you deny us, our heartache is not in vain.
Damn.
We would be lucky to have you. Lead.
That is a lot of power, though.
I can't believe I lost it like that.
Oh, Scott, anger is normal, even for mutants. Sometimes you just have to let go.
There are some things worth holding on to.
That's right, Scott, man. You gotta shake back, bro.
Describe him to me. Describe Nathan.
I see him everywhere. I see these big brown eyes and this wild rust-colored hair. It reminds me of
You? Yeah, man. It's like, doesn't Scott have brown eyes naturally?
You can explain.
The fuck? No. Is that?
Excuse us, Madeline.
Wow.
Something wrong, Miss Pryor?
Sorry, mine just drifted a moment.
Just stop and let me explain, please.
Explain what? I know what I saw.
Jean, you...
How long has it been happening?
A month, maybe. I was checking in after she moved overseas, but we ended...
Go to Genosha. Be with my clone.
Oh my god, bro. They caught all that on camera too?
On the astral plane was confusion, Jean. Grief.
Do you love her?
I love both of you.
Damn.
That wasn't love in there. It's ego. The music's changing and you need a chair. Leader,
What?
father, husband.
And you? You don't trust your memories. Do you even love me?
My love for you is the one thing I remember amid this pain and insanity.
Remember or feel? Choose, Jean.
Do not spin this on me.
Do you love me, Jean? Or am I just a lovely memory?
Oh! What?
Jean! What is it?
Why you like Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Hey there.
Wasn't expecting a lady caller. What's wrong, Shea?
Right.
You best sit down. It was back after I ran away from my daddy. My evil mother was helping me with my powers.
Oh, Mystique.
She knew a fella who could help. An associate. The man seemed nice enough. Seemed to want to help. He spent weeks talking about how mutants were special. How we'd have our own cities and culture one day.
Toast to you, girl.
And
Yeah.
when we realized that his electromagnetic powers protected him from my touch, other things started happening.
We made electricity, all
But
right.
then I started seeing the hurt in him,
Lord.
like raging waters. There wasn't enough room in our affair for his demons and mine.
You gonna accept his offer?
If Genosha's shown us anything, it's that we don't need to be afraid of change. And if I can play a bigger role and bettering the world, well, that's the whole reason I became an X-Man.
You must be my queen, though, man.
You never wanted to make things official. I respected that. I played the swamp rat.
And I played your share. All the expectations. Every time looking at you, seeing all the things I couldn't do. You light up everything you touch, but never me.
What?
Something's a bit deeper than skin, Shea.
Not this.
I wager that fool will break your heart in two.
Gambit always knows the odds. That it?
In this game, he do. Till then, we be friends, mon ami.
Man, you gotta pull out the Uno card, Gambit. You can't just walk away from this shit, bro. This is very deep, guys. So many things have transpired, and I am loving it. Like, one thing about the X-Men that we take for granted is the relationships. Those are a very deep aspect of this franchise, and there's a lot of drama that's involved in that. Just seeing how Jean and Scott are dealing with their relationship now that we know there's this awkwardness. He's obviously spawned a child who he essentially thought was Jean, but as it kind of, we come to find out it wasn't, Madeline. It was Madeline, and they still have these weird connections with each other, which kind of puts me in the mind of the Astonishing X-Men, like when essentially, I don't know if it was the Astonishing X-Men or the New X-Men where Jean, she pretty much passed on her. They thought she was dead, and Scott got into a relationship with Emma Frost, who's featured in this episode. They're having these, intimate moments, and Scott is essentially using Emma, to fulfill his fantasies of Jean by way of these telepathic powers that Emma Frost has. He's somewhat still connected to Jean, and he can't get her out of his system. It seems kind of similar with this scenario right here, where he's still neuro-linked with Madeline, and that's the connectivity that they have. I think that, like I said in the previous video, this is a redeeming factor to him, because in the comics, like, as soon as Jean comes up into the picture, he pretty much tossed Madeline and the baby to the side like a bad habit, and he just tries to instantly reconnect with Jean. So it's cool to see that, and now we're seeing how the relationship dynamic with Rogue and Gambit is kind of going further apart, as it's become very apparent that Rogue still has strong feelings towards Magneto. So yeah, but anyways, let's see how this thing is gonna pan out, man. Let's get back into it. Hey, Big Daddy Magnus. So yeah, they're gonna be all dressed to the nines up in this shit. It's the gala. Is that Azazel? Who is that?
A drink for my dashing Cajun?
Madeline gonna try to shack up with Remy?
Shouldn't change the fact that others be more dashing, Shea.
Assemble the council. We need to talk.
Whatever is the matter, Dr. Cooper?
Is it your dress?
My former prosecutor has likely taken issue with your choice for chancellor.
Y'all can talk all the shit y'all want now.
His right to self-govern will not only be protected, but cherished.
Most other nations don't allow a terrorist to be their leader.
Yet so many allow their leaders to be terrorists.
Boy.
If it eases your mind, Magneto accepted only on the condition that we ask one of the X-Men to govern with him. Rogue.
What did she say?
No. I say thee nay. Oh! It girl energy to the fullest. Let's go. Can I have this dance? Why does it sound like a Weekend song? Oh yeah. Man, this animation is off the chain, bro. Oh my god. Oh, the tension, you can feel it. Go ahead and kiss him. Oh shit.
What is it?
Wow.
Turn it off. The music. Get everybody out.
Uh-oh. Cable's back in the house. Okay, they have his arm virus correct this time.
Cable.
Have to get everyone out. Now.
Mama!
Coming.
Who's coming? Cable. What's
Apocalypse?
One.
No.
Who?
I can't.
Eyes.
Yeah.
You made it. You survived.
That is so cool. Oh shit.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
Motherfucker.
Sorry for what?
What's gonna happen? What's going on? What the fuck? Hey! What the fuck didn't happen, yo? Shit. Who's that? Some Terminator Judgment Day shit. Wow!
Get to the gardens!
Fuck! Is that master mode? Motherfucker, bro. This is crazy. I knew something was gonna go wrong.
Rogue,
Your powers.
you're alive. So are you.
How many?
Too many. We're trying to evacuate folks now, but the Morlocks,
Damn, they got Callisto
they're
too?
stuck in the bay, right under its belly. There's no way to them.
Damn, shit got real fast. It's like a big ass cockroach. Oh no. Nice.
I draw fire away from the darkness. Rogue clears a path for Gambit to the Morlocks. Save as many as you can. We shall not live our days wondering if we could have saved more.
There you go. Let's get it, man. He better do the Akira slide or I'm gonna be very disappointed.
How about we spice up the rules?
There you go, man. Hey! Let's get it. Oh shit. Bitch, get the fuck off me. Right, watch out, Magneto. Whew. Boy. This shit is insane, man. Like, where did we go? How did we get here? Sheesh. What's going on, bro? Yeah, this guy, he can never escape the fires of chaos.
They shall be
Hatred. Oh! Oh, he whipping that shit!
Callisto will find us.
Man, Callisto gone, bro.
Magneto. He promised Leech would never be scared again.
The X-Men are no friends to the Morlocks.
Bro. Oh no! Hey! Let's go! Yeah, pick a car.
Worry, Miss B. Now kindly follow me.
Hell yeah. Damn! I don't want to hear any more shit about the animation sucking in this show. It's not true. Oh shit. Did he just use his scarf? Ooh! Which one? Magneto? It has to be Magneto. Got you, bro. Fuck! Please survive this. Shit. Okay, he's still holding his own. Who the hell is that? Oh no. Why would you do that? Come on, man. We gotta help Enrique. Mad Glacius over there, bro. Please, man. You represent hope. Fuck you! Oh my god. What about the other mutants, though? Oh yeah, she's finna rage out. This should be go Carol Danvers on this motherfucker. Well, you had no choice, bro. Watch out! Teleport everybody out!
And raising.
Oh! No! You motherfucker, bro.
Mutant intruder neutralized.
Damn it. Blow up the whole thing. Mon ami, nigga, yeah. Releasing all energy. Man, I hate this, bro, but I love it at the same time. Oh my god.
Remember it.
Man. How did we get here?
How many? How many, damn it?
To reiterate for those just returning to us, regardless of your stance on recent world events, the images you are about to see may be disturbing.
Man, this is crazy, man. Yeah.
I can't feel you.
Bruh. And then you want to hit it with the bad, sad music? That's how we're gonna end this? If you have any more doubts about this show, this should put everyone on to rest. We've had plenty of examples that should have put those doubts to rest, but this one is the definitive episode that should put all of those doubts to rest. There should be no more naysayers when it comes to X-Men 97, and this episode in particular pretty much neutralizes all of those negative thoughts that you might have had in your head. I'm pretty sure the grifters, they're going to grift and do their own thing and try to rally up their followers, but this episode right here is the definitive episode out of the entire X-Men animated series, and I am here for it, man. Like, this is just episode 5. This is the middle of the season right here, because if I'm not mistaken, we have 4 more episodes to go, or 5 more episodes to go. But I don't know why. I feel like I want to blame Bishop for this. I have to blame Bishop because anytime this guy is around, we think something good is going to happen to it. We thought something good was going to happen the last time, like when he first made his first appearance up in X-Men, the animated series, where he essentially wiped out the technovirus, but come to find out it fucked up Cable's timeline because they needed the technovirus to exist in order for them to exist. And now we see him coming back to this timeline, and now everything is just in all-out chaos. We finally get a nation where we can exist, which is kind of reminiscent to the new X-Men comic books that we have out now, that's done by Grant Morrison, where the mutants, they all get together and they have their own little island or somewhat of a mutant dimension or something like that, where they can all coexist together. It's kind of reminiscent of that, but in this particular one, as soon as everybody is just enjoying themselves and we're having a bang-up time, they literally come and bang us up by way of these cool-looking Sentinel hybrids that are essentially the end-all, be-all, de facto Sentinels. I was under the impression that the Nimrods were the best versions of the Sentinels, but this one right here, it takes the cake. It's almost similar to those Sentinels that essentially were adaptive to all type of mutant abilities from the Days of Future Past movie, the live-action movie. But God, man, there's so much to say about this. There is so much. Now it's all a matter of, we've lost so many characters. So now it's all a matter of, is this going to be a permadeath situation where it's a one and done? Once you're dead, there's no coming back because Magneto is gone, like the guy that was leading the charge in this mutant revolution is gone. And I really love following this character. I feel like that costume has really grown on me, and it makes a lot of sense because it's already been established in the previous episodes that he's wearing this costume because, he's a different guy now. He's not wearing the helmet because Charles isn't there, and that's something that protected him from Charles's psychic abilities, which I find funny because they never really established that in the original animated show. That was something that was introduced up in the live-action X-Men movies. One of the better things that was introduced in the live-action X-Men movies that seems to work. It's kind of carried on in the other X-Men properties. But yeah, Magneto, he was coming a long way, and I like how we were able to get an in-depth view of how he perceives the world, how he's been dealing with stuff, because this guy's been screwed over twice, 2 times over. He's been screwed over by, people that were already oppressing him because he was a Jew, and now he's being screwed over by his own people, which at large are humans. And the last thing he had was the mutants, so to see him still coming to grips with these things, always having to be oppressed in different, types of ways, it's very interesting. And now we have Rogue, who essentially, she's been in this tug of war, this kind of romantic tug of war between Gambit and Magneto, and she's lost both. So how is she gonna deal with those things? I do feel like there is a way for them to be revived because we were just in a story revolving around that pertaining to Forge and Storm. Like I mentioned in a previous reaction that I did to those episodes, Forge is a shaman, and he delves into the supernatural elements a lot, especially when it comes to the spirit realm. And I have a nagging suspicion that somehow he's going to tie into that. We didn't really get a continuation of the life-death episode from the last week, but I feel like once we go back into that and they discover that, what's happened to the X-Men, Forge is going to actually have to use those supernatural abilities, those Native American abilities that he's been learning from another shaman in order to bring the X-Men back. I just have a nagging suspicion it's going to be that ways. Fun fact, Cable in this isn't voiced by the same voice actor from the 90s series. He's actually being voiced by the original voice actor that voices Gambit, because as we know, this Gambit, he is voiced by a new actor, a younger actor. So it's cool to kind of see those things kind of play off of each other. It's like you have Gambit, who seems to be the main guy, who absolutely stole the fucking show, man. Him and Magneto, they were going tick for tack in style. And Gambit, he was one of my favorite characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, because of all the things he can do. He's one of the more top tier characters. It was awesome just seeing them showcase his abilities. Like whoever's doing the storyboard art on this show, they are really going out, you know. And what I really enjoy about X-Men 97 is like, even though they try to stay within the parameters of what the show used to be, like utilizing certain elements like still shots of characters that kind of barely move in certain scenes, and they have that VHS video transfer that, you know, we had back in the 90s. They don't mind breaking some of their rules, especially when it comes to delivering stellar animation. We thought that the Madeline Pryor episode was very good and the peak that they can go, but this right here just shows that sky's the limit. Like, they're going to continue to break those barriers that they lay in place when it needs to be. You know, like whenever something dramatic happens, that's when we're going to see the animation just go batshit insane, man. So, yeah, shout outs to everyone involved with this series. I can understand now why it gets talked about so much, especially this episode. Like, I know a lot of people have been just buzzing about it and wondering what's going to happen next, which is what I appreciate about Disney deciding not to just give us the binge uploads, you know, just giving us everything in bulk at once for us to watch. I feel like this right here actually adds to the anticipation. You know, we are wondering what's going to happen next, what's going to be the ramifications of these things. Like I said, Scott and Jean, they're going through it. Madeline, she's going through it. So how are those things going to work up in the follow-up episodes, and what's going to happen in season 2 and 3, because we've already been greenlit for 2 more seasons, man. So yeah, I give this episode an S+. It's one of the best X-Men episodes I've seen in anything, you know. You know, I'm at a loss for words right now. Look at this, man. My lips are about to bleed from smiling too hard. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for us today. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, because I had a blast reacting to this episode. If there's anything that I may have missed or got misconstrued, or if there's anything you want to let me know what you enjoyed or disliked about this episode, do all that in the comment section below, man. Let's get the conversation popping, man. But this is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer. We ain't seen the reactions. I'll catch you guys on the next reaction to X-Men 97. Peace.